Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. To throw again is Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Tannehill. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
It's Williams on the catch. Touchdown, Broncos. Javonte Williams. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, it's Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 63 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside. Quarterback tucks it and keeps it. Quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship, 3rd and goal.
Hey, zero.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, 20, 10. He will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
66 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Tannehill now to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They get it to him running left. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And now off to the races down the right side. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Check down here for Henry. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And down inside the 15 he goes. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC.
Let's go.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. A handoff, running left, Henry trucks over him, and they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Bullock's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway. Taken at the goal line.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a throw here, hauled in. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. Now Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. On second down, here's Henry. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Azeez Ojulari in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. We need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner, and now we're back underway for the right to hoist that Lamar Hunt trophy. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, CD, we get to see the debut of the brand-new postseason overtime rules. Now, as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime, got Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first, and that way you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? It looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there, and looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them. They'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. There's Wilson to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man, Hamler, that's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Tannehill with his first throw in OT. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Tannehill to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A field goal on this drive would extend the game. A touchdown, of course, would win it. It's 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown!
We're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl. And